Welcome to Chasing Tens. My name is Abhi. Thanks for joining me to another episode of Subscribers Bikes or Mates Bikes. So in this series of episodes, I showcase the motorcycles which belong to not only my friends but also fellow subscribers. So if you want your bike to be featured on the channel, let me know in the comment section or contact me on Instagram in the description section. So today I've got something special for you. Two Yamahas. Both are absolutely fantastic. Both have got their own patina. They've got their own kind of special upgrades, and both have got their own usages. One is a dedicated track bike and the other one is a road/track bike, and I'm going to show you all the upgrades of both the motorcycles up close. You might remember, if you followed me for the last 4 years, that bike did get featured in a very dark dungeony garage, which was my garage, but I didn't have much space at that time. Today I've got a bit more space on this drive, my friend's drive, so I'll show you the upgrades in a bit more detail. So let me bring you close to the action and I'll show you every single upgrade. Let's start with this one because that is the main event of the evening, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, welcome back guys. Without making this video too long, let's start with this particular bike. So this is mainly the road bike and it's got pretty standard suspension and brake in the front. You've got mirror blanking plates from Vortex. It's got Pazzo levers, shorty levers, and it also has a bit of a carbon pad here, which I quite like, and it's perfect for the GoPro. Stomp grips, which are black, not clear. What else have we got? We've got an Akropovich Y pipe on the exhaust, so it's all decat and stuff like that. Akropovich Y pipe, but it's got double, let me go on the back of the bike, double Yoshimura slip-ons at the back, which look absolutely amazing, and they were smoking earlier when we just started the bike for 2 minutes. The bikes have not been started for a while, but got standard suspension or shock at the back. It's got a Akropovich chain guard and a Akropovich rear mud guard or rear hugger if you're in America. The rest is pretty standard stuff, nothing too fancy about the bike. But what really is good about this bike is this is a 2008 model, so this is the last of the non-big bang models, and to be honest, these are really appreciating now. I always say whenever you have a motorbike, their last generation bike like Gen 3 BMW is pretty decent. You've got the last generation of Aprilia 1000 is pretty decent. This one is fantastic. I know the Big Bang to start with had a few teething issues, but this one is just immaculate. It's in a great condition. I mean, you can tell from the downpipes there, the header pipes, they look pretty clean. The bike looks really clean. Okay, now without too much delay, let's move on to this bike. This bike is absolutely full of all sorts of goodies. I think, okay, this is going to shock you now. I'm going to tell you all the upgrades, but this bike was £3,500 if I'm not wrong. And I remember buying this bike with my mate, and this bike has only done about 2 track days since he bought it. He was with me at Portimao, if I remember, and it rained for 3 days there, and then we did one Donington. This was an Aprilia day at Donington, but a few other bikes were allowed as well. Anyways, let's start with the upgrade. So front we see obviously slicks. The wheels I think are the standard Yamaha wheels, but these are Brembo discs. You've got Brembo pads. The calipers are normal, and the brake lines are upgraded. You've got K-Tech internals. You got crash protection from R&G there. K-Tech internals, Akasato brake master cylinder. This is quarter of a throttle. That's it. So that is it. That's full throttle. So that's like a quick action throttle. You've got a revalved Öhlins adjustable damper on there. What else? Gear indicator, and the dash is not very fancy. Let's move on to what else is on here. This has a full Bazaar system. By the way, I forgot to mention something. That bike has had a full remap done through P3 tuning because it's got the double Yoshimura. This one also has been fully adjusted when it comes to mapping and stuff. So it's got a Bazaar, as you can tell. Look how many modes it's got. Bazaar maps, different maps, and a full Bazaar system. Quick shifter as well. And this has got shorty levers there, and I think actually Akasato one isn't very shorty. So what else have we got here? Jill's rear set with a carbon plate there. This one non-carbon plate there. full Akropovich dual exhaust system going all the way to the headers. That's been tuned. The bike also comes with a full Sigma slipper clutch, which comes in really handy because the bike doesn't have an auto blipper, but all you got to do is do a downshift, and because of that slipper clutch you get no rear wheel locking whatsoever. Öhlins TTX GP at the rear, and what else have we got? We've got a Talon, if I'm not wrong, sprocket and chain 520. This is an obviously Bajaj quick shifter and the full shebang of Bajaj. Like, you can tune it to rain map, dry map, different settings altogether. All in all, it's an absolute weapon of a bike, and for £3,500 you can't go wrong. One of the main reasons I really wanted to make this video, let me actually show you my face for this one. I'm doing this on a mobile phone, you got to bear with me. One of the main reasons I really wanted to show you these two bikes, number one, you don't need a lot of upgrades to be a road rider. Okay, just a few upgrades, like a nice exhaust and a few kind of carbon upgrades here and there. You don't need to kit your road bike out into a complete track monster, because you're never going to take it on the track, so pointless. So this is a great example of that, and that is a great example of a bike where for £3,500 you know, you can get a lot for your money. So these days people are spending a lot of money. I mean, me for example, I've spent a lot of money on my bike, but you don't need to spend a lot of money on a bike. Spend money on tires, spend money on suspension, brakes, and track coaching and saddle time on the track. That's how you get really fast. Not buying a £20,000 bike. If you can afford a £20,000 bike comfortably, put loads of upgrades on it comfortably, get a lot of track time comfortably financially, that's absolutely fine. But if you're going to stretch your pockets, okay, and then you won't have money left for track time, that is the wrong approach. That's the approach I took, and I struggled, still struggling really. I think if I was this gentleman, if I was to kind of take it to the next level, I think might be an upgrade on the brakes if he feels he needs it, because he's upgraded the master cylinder and the brakes rear. Obviously the lines are upgraded. The rear master cylinder is a Brembo one there, which is quite interesting. So yeah, so suspension's done up, everything's done up, the bike looks absolutely fantastic. So here you go, great example of a bike, a lot of bike for the money, and that's all you need if you really want to go fast on the track for not a lot of money. So I hope you like this episode of Mates Bikes or Subscribers Bikes. If you've got a bike you want to feature, please do mention that on my Instagram. The link is in the description. It's quicker on the Instagram because I check that regularly, and I'll feature your bike as well. Take care, look after yourself, like and subscribe as always. Take care.